Park and Rec. Steve Carvalho is here, the director of our Park and Rec department. He'll talk for a few minutes.
Well, folks, thank you for having me. Anyone who knows me knows that me being short on verbiage is not a highlight of mine. I'm usually very long-winded, but I will do my best. In a nutshell, just to give a little history, certainly thank you for having me. I've been here 11 years, and in that time, I actually feel like our department's been cut drastically almost every year. Recognizing when you hear the stories of obviously our children, our police and fire, I am one who certainly feels that there's nothing more important as a parent. We need all those things, and they do take high priority. And when Proposition 2.5 came here to North Attleboro, I obviously wasn't here, but the department, our Park and Rec department, was cut 2.5 full-time people. It was cut 2 laborers, it was cut a mechanic, and it was also cut a secretary. Going back about 5 years ago when the budget really started, unfortunately the economy fell the way it did, our calculations show that our budget over those last several years have been cut by 40%. The Park and Rec budget has been cut 40%. About 5 years ago, there was a part-time pool committee, a group of citizens that have been running the memorial pool, if you're familiar with it. They didn't have the means to be able to maintain it, so they asked the park department to take it over. We are now the curators or the gatekeepers or whatever term you want to use to preserve that memorial to keep it alive. In those 5 years, if you look at the budget books, it was $110,000 to run the pool. Today it's $44,000 to run the pool. What does that mean? Well, that means we've been fundraising. You know, a lot of people, you know, a lot of the groups that have been here, we've looked at every different way of trying to raise money. We've created 501c3s with different organizations. If you're interested, as a side note, I haven't even mentioned the zoo yet. You can adopt an animal for $25, and we'll be happy to help feed the animals, because the zoo itself, we raise more money as a group of people volunteering our time for the zoo than the town gives us to maintain the zoo. These are just real, you know, bullet point, like real quick. I think people need to understand, and I think we all do, that there are priorities that we're all dealing with. We recognize that fire, police, school, our children need to take precedent. I can stand here very proudly and say that I meet with the superintendent at least quarterly, and we chat about different ways of us being able to communicate and making sure that things get done. I just met with the electric department's general manager. I apologize, I don't know Gene's title. One of the gentlemen who works for Jay, about trying to build a parking lot under some power lines to save on different things. The chief and I collaborate all the time. I mean, we are blessed in this community. I have a lot of people that work together. I think the moral of the story that we're all seeing is what type of town we want. I really, that thing's what it comes down to. I mean, I know it's money, and believe me, I deal with it. I'm a single income family. My wife raises my children, which is, there's no pay that you could certainly to give to that, because my kids are the most important thing in the world. But as a town, we really need to start thinking, like, we can't keep going to this point. The fat has been cut. The things that we would bring back, and I'm sorry to get specific, I'm sorry to be so long-winded, but specifically, we need a full-time person. Currently, we have 2 laborers that work on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and we have 2 laborers that work on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I have zoo animals. We have 68 animals up the zoo. We need part-time people. We have volunteers in the majority doing that work now. We have all the things that you used to see done, the memorials. Take a look around, the memorials. North Attleboro is an historic community for veterans. We are blessed. Many, many people have not come home. Good men, good women who have not come home, who've protected our country. Look at our memorials. There's weeds growing up in the flower beds, priorities. We don't have time to do them. We're lucky enough to buy new flags, and it's an embarrassment for me to be associated with it. We're beyond worrying about being prideful. We're just trying to keep the doors open and try to make sure that our children have a safe place to go. We want our kids to go out and use the field. We haven't talked about that yet. We want them to use the playground, all things that are essential. We live in a day and an age where children are going home, and what are they doing? They're playing Xbox. They're not getting out. When they're not doing any exercises, all the cardiovascular things they need to do, child obesity, all those things, we all are intertwined. You know, I guess to get specific to the pool, and that's one of the main things where some of the a good percentage of the money that would be coming to Park and Rec, again, a full-time labor to offset the lacks in our ability to maintain all our properties. But if you really want to see what's going on when it comes to school kids, or kids in general, excuse me, around 12:30 during the summer, every day of the week on an 85-degree day, around 12:30, go out in front of Town Hall and you'll see 25 kids. And there'll be different kids every day, and they'll be sitting there waiting to get into a town pool. We average 1,100 people enter that town pool a week. 25 of those kids are always out there waiting at 12:30. They're sitting in the gazebo. If that town pool closes, where are they going to be? What are they going to be doing? I can tell you what, probably, I'm not a crystal ball, but I guarantee you this chief's job is going to increase a little bit, and I know the other chief's job is going to increase. We're all intertwined. Recognizing education, fire, police is so important, and it is so essential that we have all of them. But please don't forget that this affects every single one of us. I know Frank from the library hasn't had the opportunity to speak yet. We'll be up shortly, but I know we used to have his. It's a program we ran with. We used to call them the library ladies. They come out to summer camp and read with the kids. We're all, I guess, handcuffed, or that's a wrong term. We're all holding hands in this, and all I can say is that I know that we have been really, really, really cut, and this particular way of helping us is going to get us a little bit better at making life better for people, and ultimately I think that's why we should all be here, is to help people.